Certainty. It's the one thing we lack in a crisis. We are overwhelmed in fear, paranoia, and uncertainty. We are so far from feeling confident in anything. How do we regain that confidence? How do we feel certainty in uncertain times? There are 3 things we can do in a crisis. Number 1, learn from the past. This isn't the first time we have felt a depression, an economic meltdown, or panic about our future. In fact, if you were to look at our recent past, we are well versed in these types of scenarios. 2 world wars, the Depression, Vietnam, assassinations, the debt crisis of 2007. These are the pathways of life. We rise and fall. But most importantly, if you look from the past, we do those things together. So we must ask ourselves, how did we succeed before? What made us rise up after we fell? We have access to more resources than ever in history. We can learn from the past and get our answers quicker than we ever have. We are the most powerful generation we have ever been. Let's prove it. Number 2, create certainty in your head. The most successful people use this principle. Thomas Edison saw a light bulb in his mind before anyone else did. Steve Jobs saw an iPhone before anyone else did. And they were hell-bent on success. They were certain until it came to fruition. So, what does a compelling future look like to us? What can we see in our minds that we can create a feeling of certainty inside of us? If we look to the past and see that recovery is inevitable, we can create the vision of the future inside of us. And we must not stop until we bring it to fruition. And number 3, ask yourself powerful questions. Questions are thoughts with a predetermined destiny, and that destiny is up to you. The problem is, to protect us, we ask ourselves so many of the worst questions in challenging times. We give power to what-if scenarios that include the devastation of our world. Why don't we give power to questions like, what opportunities can I create now? Who can I surround myself with to encourage me? How can we get better? How can we fix this? Or, my favorite question, how can we positively use this to change the world? You see, certainty in these times is hard to come by because we are only looking a few feet in front of us. I encourage you to look towards the distant future with lessons learned from the past, with certainty in your mind, and the ability to start asking yourself, what future am I going to create?